Welcome to the WonderlandSprites podcast, episode 2. We will be talking about pet play, and I'm Echo, the owner of WonderlandSprites, and who are you lovely people?
Hi, I'm Liz. I'm a kitten. Saya.
Oh, hi, I'm Zaya.
I'm Lumi.
Hi you guys, I'm sorry it's been such a long time since we've done a podcast. It's just really hard to coordinate with everybody's different schedules, but we're back! Yay! And it's a pet play podcast, which a lot of people have been requesting and wanting because we are a pet play community. Well, we are pet play / little community. Can't forget about our littles.
Oh, I'm a little too.
We will probably do a little podcast in the future if enough request, but for now we're going to do a pet play. I will be asking them questions and they will be responding, and hopefully if you guys have any more questions, leave them down below in the comments. Alright, first question is, how did you find out you were into pet play?
Do I go first?
Anybody can say anything now.
Oh.
It is open floor.
Kind of well, originally I kind of found some random blog on Tumblr, and they posted like really cute stuff, and I started liking more of like the kawaii pastel, really cute like girly dress like outfits and things like that. And pages I ended up following happened to be a little one, and then I kind of went from there, and I just kind of figured it out as I go.
I've heard a lot of people figure out about pet play through Scream Kiwi. Did any of you guys figure it out from her?
I did not.
Sort of. I kind of was introduced to BDSM from Tumblr, but I didn't really find out about the kitten play aspect until on Screen.
I guess I'll go. I've always been into BDSM from a really young age, although I'm really ashamed to say so, and I don't condone that whatsoever. And I remember I used to be a little, and I had a blog on Tumblr that was a little blog for years and years and years, and I had a daddy and all of that. And I had mentioned kitten play to them, and they weren't really that into it, but they were into the little lifestyle. And then after 2 years, we broke up, and I kind of lost my little side. And I noticed on Tumblr that a lot more people were getting into reblogging photos of Asian girls dressed up as cats, and it had always resonated with me, but I kept it inside because nobody really wants to feel weird and alone in their kinks and fetishes. So I kept it in until it kind of exploded, and I found out about it through another person's YouTube video. It was actually Quartz that I saw first. And then I saw Scream Kiwis, and then I saw the crazy Instagram for it, and I was like, wow, this thing that I've been interested in for so long is a thing now, it's a community now. And I got really excited, and yeah, so then I kind of came out with it really hardcore because I felt comfortable.
I like when people say that they found the community instead of oh, I didn't find myself. I found a place where I feel safe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was looking up I mean, I was also into BDSM, but then I was looking up stuff more online, and I just came across the sections on just more deeper categories, and I found pet play.
I think this one would be a really good one. When did you guys tell your significant others or close friends or even family? Or have you?
My kind of obvious. My boyfriend knows. My friends know, I think, for the most part, I guess. Um, and then my stepmom knows, and the only reason how she found out is because my stepsister, her daughter, is actually into it too, and she came out with it first, but I had been like kind of into it longer, and then when she came out with it, me and her were having a conversation once in my room, and my stepmom came in and she asked us what we were doing, and my sister Kelly answered with, "Oh, we're looking at ears," and she was like, "Ew," and just walked out, and she was like, "No, I'm done." For the most part, she's like really accepting, but she's just like, I really just don't want to hear my. I still think my child's like 5, but she's like 17. But um, how my kind of told my boyfriend was like really really weird. We were in the car with our friend, and he they like to ask us like super deep questions. Our friends are like those really deep thinker types, and they like to get super serious. So they ask like what are like something weird that you're into, and I kind of like me and my boyfriend were kind of like already doing things like that. Like he has the tendency to act like a daddy dom, but he doesn't really like the daddy term, so I just call him man bear. But I kind of like just showed him like I trying to kind of showed them just like my Tumblr and basically like what's on it, and it was just like all like pacifiers and bottles and like cute like underwear with like Elmo on it or whatever, and they were just like, okay, awesome.
I never really like came out to my family, I guess. Like my mom, she kind of like has like an idea of like what kind of stuff happens a little bit, but she's just kind of like an ignorance is bliss kind of take on it. She'd really just rather not know, even though sometimes I share just to irritate her because it's funny. And then my boyfriend, he's really like the first one that I've actually kind of like gotten into like the pet play part of it. Like I started getting into it right before like I'd met him, and then I just kind of like as we were getting to know each other, I just kind of like would just talk about this stuff, and he was just like, "Hey, I mean, if you're into this, that's cool, whatever." And I was just like, "Awesome." But
Since I'm not a kitten, I never came out, but how my sister told me was very weird. She was like, because we're both very honest to each other and we tell each other everything, which is a little weird for a sister relationship. Like, she knows a lot about my sex life, I know a lot about hers. It's just way too open. But that's how we are. And she was like, "Can I tell you something?" And I was like, "Sure, whatever." She was like, "I like wearing ears." And that's how she put it. And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Like, that's really cute." And that's all she went. And then a few more poking and prodding with her, she was like, "I like being a kitten. And I would prefer a relationship like that." And I've never seen her pursue a relationship like that because I would prefer until she waited until she was 18 so she can really not be sheltered by her family and really understand it. Because if she were to get like a master or a daddy or whatever you would like to call the person, she wouldn't be as into it if she had a mother dawning on her. Because I feel like if you're in a BDSM relationship or any kind of relationship, to be at 100%, you don't need a family over your head. So you need to be at least 18 or out of the house or control of your life.
Yeah. For me, it was, I was 2 years into my relationship and I was very ashamed to come out with it. Like I stated before, I had always been into that aesthetic and that type of dynamic, but my girlfriend, she's only had experience dating people who have been really like conservative in the bedroom and in life. You know, they do the typical things, go to work 8 to 5 and stuff, and look pretty, average. So for me, coming into her life, tattooed and pierced, it was already kind of like a stretch, and so I waited so long to come out with it. And I took her to the side one day and just said, there's this thing that I'm into, and I'm pretty sure you're not going to be into it, but it's just how I feel sometimes. And I also explained to her about my past with being little and how I had dated somebody who that came naturally with, but that if it didn't come naturally for us, that was fine. About 2 months later, I ordered my first gear, and it's kind of been like an uphill thing since then, where we've just gotten more and more comfortable with this dynamic, and now it's pretty natural, but I can still remember like it was yesterday, like how nervous and embarrassed I was to tell her that I like being treated like a fucking cat. Like like she just looked at me like, what? I'm not sure I understand, because she grew up like really traditionally Cantonese, and so she's never had any experience with this kind of thing. So it's new for, I guess, both of us, but I've been really heavily involved in BDSM my whole life, so.
So it's pretty much like the Jasmine and Aladdin carpet ride. I'm gonna show you a whole new world.
Yeah, I kind of like just took her and like ruined her.
Oh.
I jaded her and made her all kinds of dirty, I guess.
Whoa. Yeah, I was dating my ex for like 2 years, and I guess I'm really open sometimes. And I just had like an honest time with him, and I told him, and he was really okay with it, which was surprising to me. But he was all right with it, and he was willing to give it a try, and we ended up yeah, we ended up having, going for it, and it was fun. And I guess it was kind of like a lucky thing for me to be able to. I had a good first experience with it.
Yeah, definitely.
I was really worried about the whole being judged and everything, just because where I live and how he was raised, it was just really iffy. But yeah.
I mean, at least you were open with them and didn't hide it. Because that must be the
Yeah.
worst part, to be with a significant other that who you love or think dearly of and have to hide this whole
Yeah.
big part of you.
Yeah, and it was 2 years, and I was just like, this is something that, and the more I was getting into the community and meeting new people, the more I was like, I should really, just do it, just be open about it.
I had come out about it to my girlfriend around the same time that I don't know if all of you know about this, but do you guys remember when Quartz Kitten had that fiasco where her boyfriend had decided he wasn't into it anymore and that it was too much for him? And it was all over Instagram, and like she really included her followers in that. And
Oh,
so I was so scared for the longest time. I was like, babe, you're not gonna get sick of me, are you? Like, you're not gonna start hating my kitten persona? Like,
That must be so
oh,
stressful to, like, every time you guys do something intimate with kitten play, be thinking in the back of your head, are they really enjoying it, or am I just pushing them?
yes, yes,
yeah.
yes.
And I guess because I don't have to deal with that, but I do think in the back of my head when I think of my sister or anyone, I'm hoping that they're happy and that they're not being lied to.
Hmm.
Because that has to be the worst. Not having a, even if you're not having the greatest kitten play relationship, at least it's honest.
Yeah, and that's a big thing. Like when I introduced it to my ex, and if I introduce it to anyone else, I'm always like, if any time you don't, you're suddenly like not into this, or you don't feel okay, you need to tell me like right away.
I'm say the first thing in a BDSM relationship is consent. Consent is a big thing, and I think it should be a big thing in every relationship, but mostly in BDSM you see it a lot, and I love that about the community because I think rape is the worst thing anyone can ever do besides murder.
Yeah.
What? When did you find out what pet you were, or what breed of pet you were? Because I think everyone here is a kitten, so what breed were you? Or have you ever found out your breed yet?
I'm really inspired by Marie from the Aristocats.
You do look like her, remind me of
almost-
her.
Like, if I could be her, it would make me so happy, but I feel I'm more of like a black cat, honestly. I think that Scream Kiwi pulls off being a white cat so amazing.
I was so sad when she dyed her hair purple because I was like, honey, no, the silver hair was beautiful.
Yeah, I think it was because she couldn't get her roots the way that she wanted.
Really pretty.
I think Taylor is going to join us now, so let me add her back.
Yay!
If I can.
But yeah, I have like a collection that's really obsessive of Marie cups, like mugs, and I want to channel her so badly. In
What
her
is that thing
sadness.
she say in the movie that ladies don't start fights, but they can finish?
Ladies not start fights, but they can finish them.
That reminds me of you so much because it's like, I won't start the fight, but I definitely will finish it.
Because I'm a lady, that's why. Yeah, but I don't have a
that
breed.
like 2 weeks.
I don't have a breed at all, so that's me, yeah.
I never really like thought about like but I guess if I had to say something, just like a black cat, because everything in my life is black. I only ever wear black. I wear really dark makeup a lot of the time, like black.
There's nothing wrong with a black cat. They are good luck. Don't let anyone else believe you.
Yeah, I'm a black cat. I'm pretty set on being a Bombay, and I guess it was just kind of like I searched for a black cat and they came up, so that's really how I just came up with it. I know lots of people put lots of research and thought into their breed, and I did not do that. I literally just Googled black cat.
You do you.
I mean, if people make fun of that, then screw it. Because some people, they have to have a special reason to be a breed, and most people don't have to. They think, I like this cut, I like how they look. That is me to a T.
Yep.
I did that too. So.
Also, welcome Taylor to the podcast, everybody.
Welcome, Taylor.
Hi. Thank you.
Since you weren't here for the question you probably already guessed was what kind of breed you are. Because I'm pretty sure you're a kitten too.
Yes. I am a tomcat, and I did the same thing. My first tail that I was ever had, I was given, and it was gray. So, and tomcats are gray. So I was like, okay.
This is a breed with Russian blue. Sorry.
I don't think you have to have a special reason unless the cat has the breed has a really meaningful thing. It doesn't have to be special because you can always. I know a lot of people have different breeds when it comes to gear, different sets. Oh, today I'm a Belgian, but tomorrow I'll be a Maine Coon. That's what I love about kitten play because you can be a variety of cats. There's so many you can be. It's like Pokemon. You gotta catch them all. Next question would be, have you ever dealt with bullying in the pet play community, and how did you deal with it?
I have.
I have.
It's hard to deal with that type of stuff to me because the community is so big, and sometimes because it happened through Instagram, and it was something like this. It was an informational post, and I just put in my opinion, and somebody bashed me, and I didn't really know what to do. And then I felt bad because I wanted to report the picture because she did that to me, but I'm the person that posted it didn't do that to me. but like yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but yes, I have dealt with bullying through that.
I've seen a lot of bullying in the community
Yeah.
lately, so that is
Mhm.
why the Hearts Not Rumors hashtag came around because because Wonderland Sprites is a no hate zone. Like, you can't hate nobody. If you hate somebody, you are definitely blocked. Because this is someone's safe zone to go to this page and feel
Yeah.
happy. That's my
Mhm.
number one goal.
I like that. That's how one of my schools was. Like if there was any type of bullying or someone went to the principal or something, that person was instantly kicked out of school.
I haven't dealt with it personally, but I've observed a lot of bullying towards other people. And two types of that I've noticed is exclusion of people who aren't, I guess, like popular YouTubers. We all know who they are.
Yeah.
A lot of the not so conventionally thin, not so I have a professional camera, not so I'm super popular kittens kind of get like crushed.
Yeah.
I've noticed like certain people that promote shops, like they want to promote like 15 different shops, and then they don't allow like other
That.
kittens that are just as beautiful to me, like have a chance, you know?
Mhm.
Like I don't know. I don't really know if that's like bullying, but to me it's kind of bullshit.
I feel like that is bullying. Like excluding
Yeah,
someone
like if
else for
you're
not
already a
being.
chateau model and you're
Yeah.
already a promoter of three different shops, like just chill. Like you're not gonna
Yeah.
get Hollywood famous off of kitten play.
That
You're
was the worst thing when it came to opening the modeling applications for Wonderland Sprites is I got a lot of, I'm not going to say who, but they modeled for a lot of popular, there's a lot of accounts, modeling accounts that are really popular besides Chateau, but they did model for the Chateau, and they would include that like that was this golden star to make me pick them. And I was like, actually, I pick you over your personality, or like
Yeah.
if you'll be a good
yeah.
fit.
And the chateau really, like, I love them to death, but they represent one type of kitten play. Like, not everybody likes drinking milk out of champagne glasses. Not everybody is into that, oh, darling
And
kind
I
of
really
lifestyle, you know?
I had someone, I don't remember the account name or anything, but they told me that I was picking skinnier kittens or prettier kittens over them because
I
I
remember.
was a skinnier person. And I was like, no, I have an array of beautiful flowers in my garden. Shut the fuck up.
That being said, though, I've noticed a lot of like horrible bullying happening to Quartz and Kiwi and Christina Corruption, like just because they do
Oh,
have
I love
popular
her.
The
YouTube
worst
accounts.
the worst thing that I hate when people say is that you're being a bad role model. She's not a role model. This is her life or their life.
Yeah.
They don't have to tweak it to make you feel comfortable. No, honey, no. That
I
was my
agree.
worst thing when, because Quartz, she's beautiful, and like I hate when people tell her, "Oh, you're not a perfect role model." She never set out to be a role model for kitten play. She set out.
That's true. What I will say about Quartz, and I'm very timid about saying things like this, but she has been quite the bully herself.
Oh
I've seen her
yes,
turn it around lately, and she's a lot better, but she has made me cry before. Like
I have a question,
she's
sorry.
been vicious.
yes,
Is that the girl that went on that TV show to
yes,
talk
I
about
am.
it? Okay, I didn't watch it, but I was told that I should go watch it because I didn't really, I just got out of it what I seen somebody post in a caption. And what I got was that she was like, it was funny, but some of it was taken to heart. And like that, she wasn't representing
It's
kitten
kind
play
of like
well.
the 50 Shades of Kitten Play. Like it was a bad
Yeah.
representation, but also bad writing.
Mhm.
So you can't blame her for it all. But she tried to make it the best she could. I'm assuming, but
Mhm.
it's Tosh.0. You can't take it all to heart because
Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
kind of a joke.
Don't expect a lot out of that show. Like, they
Yeah.
literally just shit on people because that's what he does for a living.
Yeah, because I've
Yeah.
seen the show before, like episodes, but just not that one.
I hate when people like critiqued her about it, saying, "Oh, you should. Why would you go on that show? You know, it's they shit on everything." Well, maybe she went on that show to make light of the situation.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that was one of like her
Yeah.
main reasons. Like she always kept stating like if you can't laugh at yourself, then there's not really a point to a lot of things.
And nobody imagined what it would be like to be in her shoes and have her video get like 100,000 views on it, and it made her look like an idiot. And then maybe she just wanted to like explain that that's not the situation, and that, like, that she can joke with herself and that her boyfriend really is into it. I mean, whenever I watched the video, I got from it what everybody else got from it. He did not look into it at all.
He did not.
In the beginning, I don't think he was, but like after like she came about and he was and she like said like he wants to do it again. He doesn't want him to control her life and whatever. And I was like, I'm really happy for her. That sounds like that's really good, and I'm glad that he's like he wants to try it again for her because
Yeah.
I could see that she was so into it, and that was that's who she is. You can just tell, and.
I know a lot of people were comparing, I don't remember his name, Quartz and her master to Kiwi and John, saying, oh, Kiwi and John are this perfect pet play community, relationship goals. Why aren't Quartz and her master like that?
Because
That's
they're
not
different
fair.
people.
That's not fair. You can't
Yeah,
compare someone to someone. And I also really hated that people... When Kiwi and John broke up, everyone was attacking John.
Yeah, she had to make like a whole thing about it. Like, don't you fucking like attack him? If you do, I'm gonna block you.
Because he is such a little sweet, adorable angel. Like, even,
Goodness.
he is like a little puppy dog. He has nothing wrong with him.
Yeah, he's like
He
he's
is
not
goals.
face. He's not like anything.
He has never shit-talked her on his Instagram. It's now just cars and League. He's just a guy. Leave him alone.
He did get a little sassy at one point, because I remember she had posted something about how her new boyfriend had been, the most amazing listener and the most amazing support person, and he had subtweeted, I mean, I haven't been that the whole time. Like, I thought that, you said friends. I didn't know that friends never talk, but I think he just got really hurt, and he was really young, and he was 17 whenever they first started dating, so I guess...
She was the dominant in the relationship, talking about, like, taking the roles, and
Yeah.
I guess because they're a YouTube couple, or they were a YouTube couple, that they had their whole life on her vlogging channel, so it probably was a lot of pressure for him to be this perfect boyfriend, because if anything he did wrong, people would say in the comments, oh, he's a bad person.
John, if you're listening, I still think you're perfect.
I love John. He was always my favorite, like, when I'd watch their vlogs. I love vloggers. They are my favorite kind of YouTuber because you really get to see their life. I don't know if anyone watches Jenna and Julian. They are my life. They are life.
Yes.
And you really get to see them, and I don't know if Quartz and her boyfriend have ever vlogged before. Because I've watched her channel because I want to learn more about Kitten Play and more about the popular ones in the Kitten Play community, so I can see what's all happening. And she seems very nice and very friendly, and her hair is super beautiful because I love dyed hair. Like, even if you hate her, you gotta say her pink hair is life.
Like, it's fantastic. She's got little purple like parts in there now. I'm just like, why can't I have that?
And I will say one thing about her hair. It always seems to be perfectly pink. Like, as a person who has dyed hair, it fades super quick. How does she keep it that way?
Just like how we all do.
Magic.
They,
I don't know.
Right.
My hair is always really bright red, but it's just because I dye it once a month.
That's how I do it. I dye it once a month, like at the end of the month or in the middle. Okay, the last question I have, which you guys can always ask questions to the rest of the people, but is how did you find out about the Pet Play community on Instagram? Was it through hashtags or through a celebrity in the Pet Play community?
Celebrity.
That's how they pretty much are idolized. Like, when you get that much hate, you're pretty much a celebrity, and I hate that. I hate when people hate on celebrities, because it's like, they're just a human being that gets paid more. Shut the fuck up.
That's a hard question to me.
I got into the Instagram community is through my sister and through Scream Kiwi. When I started following her on Instagram, I would go through her hashtags or the hashtags associated with her, and I found out I want to say the first person I found was Kitten Claws, Blake. She's a model for us now, but she was the first kitten I found that wasn't as popular or as known. And I was like, you know what? This is an adorable community. And then I found Lummy, and then I found Vixen, and then I found Catastrophe Kitten. And I was like, these are so adorable.
I just searched kitten play on the, like, you can search for tags.
Which is, a lot of people have asked, like, why don't you guys go to Facebook? Because Facebook is not a good site.
Place, yeah.
It's more for Christian moms. Because, you know, they got to get their minion meme on.
I'll say something about freaking everywhere.
I can't remember the first person I followed, but I remember what they look like. Because I listen to, like, bands and everything, and I was watching a Brian Stars video, and they did a video together about, like, her being into kitten play, because he wanted to know about it. And she has pink hair, but it's not the girl we were talking about before.
Is it Lita Bunny?
I think so. Yeah.
Is Lita Bunny still into kitten play? Because I watch her videos, but she doesn't seem to be really into kitten play anymore.
It was speculated that she was into kitten play, but I don't know if she ever confirmed that she was. I think she just wore kitten gear.
I can't remember where it was, but someone asked her about something they had sent her, and it was a shop, and she said, "I'm sorry, I had just moved. I haven't taken out my kitten gear yet." So I kind of assumed that she was into kitten play from that. But I think it's gonna be one of those things where she kind of just like leaves it off, like.
I don't know if there's a term such as a casual kitten, but maybe that's what she is.
Maybe she was always like into like the super like kawaii anime stuff, anyways.
I think she wanted elf ears for a while. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because, like, I've seen one of her videos where she's wearing kitten ears and she's making, like, the noises and the little meows, and then, like, the next video after that, she has no resemblance of that. So it might have been just a thing she did for a while. I guess maybe she tried out kitten play and then realized it wasn't for her, because, I mean, I guess you could do that.
For me, I don't really remember. I think I had maybe followed Scream Kiwi, but originally I hadn't followed her for that specific reason. I had followed her because she was a hula hooper, and I like hula hooping, so I followed her, and then I kind of, I guess, found the community from her, I guess. But, I've been, like, slowly, like, increasing the amount of, like, community I see on my Instagram, and it pretty much just runs it now.
When I first did WonderlandSprites, I wanted to be more of a chateau kind of place, because I thought that's what people wanted, but then I realized the chateau, even though it's a lovely place, they are very offish about newcomers, and it being, like, it's very, professional.
Prestigious?
Yeah, and I didn't want to be professional and, like, not have a lot of community involved, which I think the chateau is a very community place, which I don't know, because I don't think any of us are chateau models, so we can't speak for them. I don't know if you guys have ever applied. I know a lot of people apply just for the fucks of it.
Because I don't really think they'll get accepted.
Most people usually don't. They have a certain kind of kitten that they want.
And I've gone on to links about this, how much I hate how they have a one body type. And I don't want to shit talk them because I know I will. WonderlandSprites.
They claim that they don't have a one body type.
I know WonderlandSprites will get the backlash of it, so I try not to, but we're talking about kitten play, and kitten play, the chateau is definitely involved. It's very, when you ask any kind of kitten, what is the number one place you would like to be a model for, they're probably going to say the chateau. 9 times out of 10.
I would say my owner.
Aw, that was sassy and cute.
I could model for her.
guess like the chateau is kind of like the Victoria's Secrets.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's a good comparison.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
also like say Playboy bunnies. At Playboy bunnies, I realized I used to hate the Playboy Mansion because I thought it was sexualizing women in a bad way, but they've gotten better over the years, I'd say. They have like now a gaming YouTube, and you get to know the girls rather than their boobies. And I will say that the weirdest thing about the chateau is that you have to have like a professional thing. But then I see some girls turn in like selfies, and I'm like, but that
Not professional.
Yeah, like there's this one girl I see, and she got accepted, and all I kind of see on her Instagram is mostly selfies. I was like, oh, that's kind of like surprising, but like she was also like that one specific type, so it kind of
it really kills me because there's so many beautiful types, like shapes of kittens that the chateau could get. And it really makes me sad that they have this one type, and I know they try to do it because I guess it looks prettier if you have this one type kind of fits all kind of category, but it doesn't.
That would be okay if everybody looked exactly the same.
And
But they don't.
And I've noticed there's one, I don't remember her name, but she was a chateau model that she wasn't that shape they wanted. She was like the other ones. They have a few that are different body types and they look different, but they don't get a lot of love from the chateau fans. They kind of get exiled because they don't look good.
Just,
Quotes.
they look, yeah.
They're not that little cookie cutter.
I'm glad to hear that other people kind of feel that way, and they're not afraid to say so. Because I remember, like, I don't know, the community used to be, in the beginning, so ruled by the chateau, and whenever I got fucked over by a particular shop that makes ears, she's actually in the chateau, and man, I was so scared to make that video. Like, I was nobody's ever gonna like me again. I'm gonna have 2 followers.
I watched it and I was like, do it, because if you're not gonna tell it, who is? And then she's gonna get all this love for having a terrible shop. You can't do that to people just because you're in the chateau or you're very popular. You can't fuck people over.
Yeah. There's this, I got a caller from someone, and everyone just loves her, and she's got, like, tons of 5-star ratings on Etsy, and I did not have a good experience with her, and it's not like I'm afraid of the hate, it's more I just don't want to bother with it. Because I know there's going to be tons of people that are going to be like, oh, but she's great, or you should try her again, and I don't really want to.
Is it up on your channel, Zaya? Your review?
No, I haven't made it.
Do it. I will be devil's advocate for you because people want to know.
Even if it is a popular shop or a popular person that owns the shop, tell your opinion, for maybe she will take it as criticism and get better. If she takes it
it's
as
not an opinion, you wouldn't be like shitting on them.
you were telling the truth.
By the way, Zaya, my master is like totally into your YouTube channel because she's like every time, like anytime there's like an Asian kitten, she's like, yes!
Oh my God.
I love your master's cat Instagram. It is hilarious. The 3 Mouseketeers.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Because I was
But
like,
she's like, I have to support my minorities. Yes, Zaya.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't see many other ethnicities.
Oh,
I see
I'm
some.
black. If that makes a difference.
I don't know, I just see mostly white kittens.
Yeah, so do I. That's why I don't know, I feel nice to be like who I am.
Yeah.
Anytime I see a person of color, I'm like, spam, yes, you do you.
Yeah.
Oh,
You should spam me.
I love that melanin. Keep it coming.
Oh my gosh.
well, for a very long time, WonderlandSprites was, I think for Kit Noir, we were just white, and I was like, oh no, people are going to think we hate everyone else. No. And it's just because no one applied, because the first application we had is how many likes you get. But I've stopped doing that because I realized some people will like blackmail people into liking their picture. We had someone
Oh.
do that and then lie about their age.
Oh.
So
Why?
I don't know. I don't like people that lie about their age because it's a BDSM relationship and I don't want you getting hurt or your parents
Yeah.
coming to me and yelling at you.
Yeah. That could get awkward.
So I've made I think like 4 or 5 posts now to date about if you are under 16, unfollow or I will block you. Because I had like this little like 8-year-old little boy liking all the pictures. It was like you should not be on Instagram. What the hell are you doing?
Oh my gosh. I just went through, I went through my followers and I'd never done this before. I went through and I like blocked people. I didn't feel like I felt comfortable having them follow me. And I never cleaned through my followers. It ended up being like 50 people.
The best thing to do is get one of those apps.
Yeah.
Let me find my iPad and I'll tell you the app I use. I use this especially when I'm doing fucking like model applications to see if they've been following for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
It is called Instrack and it's free. You can pay to get like special features, but you don't have to. And I can see people that block me. I can see that someone has blocked WonderlandSprites, but I'm not paying that 99 cents to figure it out because I'm just
Yeah.
going to be mad at them.
That's how the app I have is. It's called Followers, and you can see who's following you back, who you're following back, and who's blocked you.
Yeah, I have one of those, I think, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
Private
I
and
have it
just
too.
a profile. And that's about it.
I used to use it for my personal, but I don't use it as much because I only have like 300 people on my personal because I don't post like a lot of pretty selfies. I post cat pictures a lot.
But if I don't follow somebody, it's not like personal. I have really severe OCD, so I get really overwhelmed if I can't, like, if my follower, like, the people that I follow is over, like, 30 or 40. And so I have a lot of people that unfollow me because I don't follow them back, or, like, for
Yes.
a long time I wasn't following WonderlandSprites, and Echo was like, the fuck? And I was
No,
like,
I was scared you hated me. I was scared you
Oh.
hated me. And I was like, did I do something to offend her? Oh my
no,
god.
I do it on Tumblr too. I have really bad OCD, so if I ever like unfollow for like a week or something, it's just because I got overwhelmed and I'm like, too many. I have to limit.
Well, I did that on my personal. I used to follow like every celebrity I liked, and I had like 5,000 followers, and I was like, you know what? I need to stop. I need to go
Yeah.
through. Cause like then you can't like all the pictures and have like a personal following and like all the people. Stop chewing on my wire.
Yeah. What I do now is I follow WonderlandSprites, but sometimes whenever like you post Wicked Wednesday, I'm like at work and I'm trying to like get to like my owner's Instagram and I'm like scrolling down my feed. There's like 50 Wicked Wednesdays and I'm like, Wicked Wednesday, stop it, stop it. You're all beautiful, but stop it.
The worst thing is I turned on the notifications for Instagram on the iPad, so like my husband will be on the playing like Hearthstone, and like there'll be like 50 notifications come in, and he'll be like, I can't press anything. What is it doing?
Yeah, but I check like the WonderlandSprites like full page and then I just like spam like everybody.
I think I married a 4-year-old. I swear to God. He makes these nuts jokes because he finds them hilarious. Like, it's not that he's immature. He thinks they're fucking hilarious.
I just make them because I'm immature, but they're pretty funny.
Some of them will be. I made the best joke Wednesday. He was trying to get his phone out of his back pocket, and he's like, I can't. My butt's all stuffed. And I go, now you know how I feel.
I cannot.
And he had to stop the car because he was like, really, Caitlin? You don't say shit, and then you make this perfect joke. Oh, I had a really good, because of all the drama that's happened in the kitten play community. I won't say who or what. When you guys see all this drama, what do you do? Do you block the person that people are saying to do so, or do you try to make a medium of it? What do you do?
I think I get sad first because we all have this beautiful thing in common and we're all wonderful and have unique relationships, and instead of learning from each other, we're like, ew, let's be competitive. Oh,
Yeah.
let's get catty. And like I don't like seeing claws come out, but
Pun
if
intended.
mostly I just feel thankful that it's not me and that I can hold
Yeah.
my tongue and I don't feel the need to like get into it with people.
Yeah.
I hate seeing hate in this community because I feel like we should team up, be together because you guys can't be out in public in gear because people will shun you. So you can't be shunned
Exactly.
within the community because it makes you feel more isolated, more hated.
Uh-huh.
And I hate that people feel like they can't be open or they don't have loving followers. They can't have this amount or that amount. That doesn't matter. Being a model doesn't matter. I know this is weird coming from the owner of a modeling account, but modeling doesn't matter in the kit and play community. And if you are comfortable with yourself and you think you look cute as fuck, then you are cute as fuck.
Yeah, and it's really weird because there's just so many youngsters in the community. It's like the blind leading the blind. Like none of you are experienced enough to be teaching someone else. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
There was this when I did the modeling for Luna's round of, so that would be Twisted Tuesday, I think. I'm bad with things. My bad. There was this 16-year-old who said that she kept talking as though she was a cat in the conversation we were having, and I was like, you're applying to be a model, kind of keep it professional here. And she was
Yeah.
like, she would send me meow, like, all day.
No, what are you doing?
And I was like, honey, no, I can't even deal with you now. I can't have you here. And I would go to her account, and she was asking for a dom, and I was like, nope.
Bye,
Oh, no.
Felicia.
Also, how do you feel about people asking for daddies, doms, mommies,
No,
dominants?
I don't think that's how you should do it.
No.
No.
I don't know. I'm really judgmental about that. Like, just
Yeah.
Well, it isn't like a someone for hire. It's a relationship. It's not just a.
Yeah. It's
It's
not
not-
just like a game.
It's not. I've seen you guys, and I'm on your Instagram, and I see that this is actually a lifestyle. It's not just I wear ears 2 hours of the day to have sex, and then I'm done. It's not
No,
that.
no.
And I used to think that when I was introduced, I thought you guys were just in the gear, in the bedroom. No, it is a lifestyle. It is not just a kink in the bedroom. It is a kink in life.
Well, for me, like, it can be just a kink in the bedroom because if you do BDSM in the bedroom, then, it still counts as a BDSM like relationship that you have. And I'm gonna be real, I am more in the bedroom than I am out. Like, my owner and I are way more like during sex we're into this than like anything else. But
Well,
I don't know.
there's two, like either you're the bedroom or this is a lifestyle, like you all day kitten. I don't think we have any all day kittens, but I know Pixie put out a video on her YouTube, which is super adorable, of her as a cat and her master bear.
The lead.
Goals.
Yeah, the lead and the car thing and him eating or feeding her and the petting and stuff. It was really adorable, and it really shows you their lives, which I think they're the most cutest couple. They're very adorable, and he's like, you can just like when you watch videos of them and he just looks at her, you're like, oh my god.
Hashtag goals. We love you. We love you.
And like when we first started, I would watch the models Instagram or the YouTube, and yours, Lummy, with you guys making those little donuts. Like, you guys are hilarious, and like you would be really spatic, and your master would just be like, it's okay, chill, we got this. And it really, I love people that have YouTubes because you can really see their life and how they are. Because pictures, you can make a picture look like any way you want.
Yeah.
Like, for instance, like we all like didn't see like John and Kiwi's split coming, but
Oh my
whenever
God.
she came out with it, she was like, "Oh yeah, it's fine, we're over it." And I was like, "Wait, what do you mean you're over it? I'm not okay."
Well, there was a kitten, vanilla relationship between a girl named Kalel Kitten and Anthony from Smosh. If anyone follows them.
Oh my
I
god,
do.
yes!
I
It
love
came out of
Smosh.
fucking nowhere, and I was like, wait a minute, what? And I honestly had the worst, like, I almost was an emotional wreck, because I was like, this came out of nowhere. And a lot of hate went to Kalel instead of Anthony from Smosh, because he's way more popular, but it's equal amount in the hate, I think.
Yeah.
If you're gonna hate the breakup, hate both.
I
Exactly.
liked that they made a video clarifying it, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wish John and Kiwi would have done that, or at least kind of her talking about it, maybe.
I think that it was a one-sided breakup, and that's why it didn't occur. Because a lot of signs pointed to that John was the one that was not over it.
Well, he was very, like, in their vlogs, and he was very loving, very sweet to her, and I guess she wanted more of a bigger kitten play relationship, which now she had a protector, Matthew Massacre, I think is his name.
Yeah.
And now they're a relationship, which is fine and all. Like, if you find somebody you love, go for it. Awesome. But since she's in kind of the light of the kitten play community, that she's got a target on her back, people watch her life, she's going to... Matthew, if they do break up, is going to get a lot of hate. And that really sucks for him.
He's a very elusive guy. Like, he always posts, like, the same angle of his face.
He does! Oh my god.
And he like purses his lips really tight, like, ooh, I'm a tough guy.
I thought he was Freddy from iCarly. No fucking
I'm
joke.
so done.
Does he not look like Freddy from
My
iCarly?
first thought was like, are you sure that's not Freddy, like, pretending to be someone else?
Which, have you seen Freddy from iCarly lately?
Oh my
god, yes.
Echo.
I'm too truthful. I'm sorry.
Oh my god, I didn't see it, and now it can't be unheard.
I'm sorry I ruined you guys' perspective of someone, but it, like, as soon as I saw that, I was like, Freddy, what are you doing?
Freddy.
What you doing?
Dude, he's Freddy all grown up. That's
Any
it.
person watching it, if you see this, put Freddy in the comment. Just put Freddy. Spam him with Freddy. Come on, let him see it. Put a side by side.
Jeanette McCurdy too, like. Yeah.
I love Jeanette McCurdy. She is so funny and like a really genuine person. I don't like Carly. She always looked like the moon emoji to me. She does. Like, I'm just gonna say.
Oh my god, I see it now.
The
Yes.
moon emoji.
That like weird face.
It's
Like
like
the
really
full
awkward.
one, kind of just like.
You see it. Like, a lot of people will see a lot of things in faces, and I see that.
Oh my
Someone should
fucking
get,
god,
like, a
Echo.
meme of that.
Cough, cough. She also looks like Michael Jackson.
Echo.
Okay, now I'm like, I cannot.
I've spent a lot of time on Tumblr and like stupid Facebook pages that make this irrelevant to me.
What's that weird sound? It's
I know.
happening.
I was about to say the same thing. I'm like, I thought it was my headphones at first, but apparently, if everyone can hear it, then it's not.
No.
Dude, that's so funny. Echo, you have like a talent for matching people to what they look like.
Now, the other two people have made, but the Freddy one was mine. Okay, I said that first, damn it. Because, like, when she posted the picture of him as, like, her man crush Monday, I was like...
Freddy?
Especially from that... I had to find the picture of fucking him, like, making that pursed face. And I follow him on my personal because, like, I was like, who the fuck this be? Who are you? Because, like, it came out of nowhere. And I also wanted to learn more about protectors because I've never heard of that term. And apparently a protector can have more than one kitten, like, kind of have, like, they protect other people, which I find that really amazing that this one person takes so much time to protect these people from creeps and make sure they're in well-being and makes... I just find that really adorable and just really sweet. But also, I think a protector can probably really be a bad thing because they can also warp their
Yeah, they could fuck you up.
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
any person, any dom or master could fuck you up too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the only reason I knew about that word is because research, like looking up things like that, and I've seen that word across the internet.
Stop it!
Did you go to his page? Yes!
We're so rude right now, guys. Oh my god.
I will put a link in the
It looks like
description.
he's trying to look like the thinking thing. Like,
Yes! I'm sorry, Matthew Massacre, if I fucked up your
Okay, I
life.
have to go look now.
If his might be privated, but if you friend him real fast, he probably will accept. If not, go to Screams and look at her Man Crush Monday.
But,
So yeah, I'm sorry.
on the subject of Protector, that was actually something that I came into contact with whenever I was 19 on FetLife, and you could put under your profile like protected by another user, or sub of this user, or little girl for this user, you know, and
No, stop.
and a lot of people would have, you know, under the protection of one user, and then their dom would be somebody different. And so I learned about what that was, and so whenever she came out with, oh, I have a protector, I was like, how interesting. Like, she must really know a lot about the BDSM community.
Like now, like I've never heard of a dom and a protector, but I kind of see it as like a liability and kind of like an escape route. Like if this dom is being abusive all of a sudden, they can be like, I don't know how to escape. The protector can be like, I got this, you're okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like that. I hope a lot of younger kittens, like turning 18 or 17, not under 16, I'm saying this again and again, under 16, no, get a protector. Be protected for a while so you can learn
If
about
you
it.
could find one that's not creepy pants.
Yes, make sure they're not an old guy in the basement. No, thank you.
Oh, I've never done one of these before, so I'm sorry if I talk over anyone or like switch the subject or go back to another subject. But you said you didn't know if any of us were day kittens, and I am, and I go to schools, and my I wear my collar all day, and I'm glad I get to do that. Nobody says anything. I just can't wear like my ears or my tail or anything, but they do let me wear my collar, and I am fed during lunch, so.
I asked another thing. Do you guys not like wearing your ears or tails outside because they're really expensive and you don't want them getting dirty? I could see that being a lot of things because you don't want them to get dirty.
Messed up, yeah. Or sometimes I've had people tug. I'd be walking and I had someone tug on it,
No.
and it's broken before. I've had a tail that was broken. I was crushed.
Because
Yeah.
I could see that if a little kid pulled your tail, I wouldn't be as mad.
Yeah, it was a kid, so I was crushed, but I couldn't really do anything because they were like 8.
Because my little sister, when she was like 3 or 4, she'd go up to anybody, and if you had a dress, she'd pull it to look at the fabric. She'd be like, "This is nice." She was extremely nosy.
I liked looking at your face. This is nice.
She would do that. Like, some girl had like a My Little Pony skirt on, and she liked My Little Pony, so she's like, "There's Rarity and Shutterfly," and she was like looking around, and the woman was like laughing her ass off. She's like, "I've never had someone point the pony out on my skirt." So I can understand, like, unless it was like an older person, like maybe your age or same grade, making fun of you or pulling at it, like when I think about that, I think of the scene in Cinderella when the stepsisters are pulling at the dress and stuff. Like, that's how I feel about it. It's just really mean.
I know Kiwi wore her really expensive tail to EDC, and I'm actually going in June of this coming up year, and I expect to wear all of my gear, and I'm kind of nervous about it, but also when I'm in kitten space, I don't really think about it.
I think they kind of like, there's such a large amount of like unique people, and that a lot of them dress up like that way anyways. For like, they have like the bedazzled like bras, and they're wearing like little tiny undies or whatever, and it's like it's kind of expected for you to dress kind of funny, and no one really like thinks twice of you when they walk past you or whatever. So like I wouldn't be like too like concerned about someone
I'm
being
scared
weird.
about like sweat and things dripping on it, and like
That
just
too.
the desert stickiness and
Maybe
shit.
wear like get like a cheap set of ears or at least tail because I think the
That's
ears would
what
be
I
okay.
have.
Get like a day like an outside wear tail. So like if it gets messed up, it's okay. Because you don't want to get like your $40 tail dirty. That would be really bad. And
No, I love it.
Yeah, I have like a pair of cheap ears I got, and then I got I don't even know. I just splurged and got Kitten's playpen.
Oh my
And
god.
I'm waiting on that, of course. And until then, I got like a set that actually like she says she's shipping tomorrow. I'm so excited. It's kind of like an in between. So I feel like if I wore anything out, it would be that. Definitely not my Kitten's playpen.
which
Yeah.
I've seen you, Lummy, post on like your Instagram that you're going on a date or something and you'd be wearing really pretty ears and tail and stuff. Which is totally fine. Like if you're going to a nice place, that'd be fine. But I guess going to like a concert or like shopping or whatever, you don't want to wear super expensive items and then
Yeah.
get lost or damaged.
I have a question.
Yes.
I am actually going to a concert tomorrow, and I was telling my friend, because depending on where I'm going or who I'm going to be with, that determines on how much gear I'm going to wear. Because sometimes I feel like people will stare or something, and I get really self-conscious. But like at a concert, I feel I'm going to wear my collar because like nothing will happen to it because it'll be on my neck. But I don't know if I should wear like my tail or anything, because there's probably going to be like moshing and everything, and I don't want anything to happen to it or get yanked like on the floor or something.
Maybe
your-
if you're
does
like
your-
in the back, because I've been to like hardcore metal like concerts,
Yeah,
like a ton of moshing, and I've gotten knocked down so many times.
I don't
And
think I should
if
wear
you're
my
in
tail.
the back where everybody kind of like they came for the music, not really for like the whole like scene and the moshing part, I think
Yeah.
it's like okay to wear stuff.
Mhm.
I still think I would wear the tail though, just because like there are assholes
That
every,
will yank.
especially in that like specific like kind of like scenery.
Mhm.
You get like those really like assholes.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just wear my
Um,
collar then.
All I can say is if you're wearing your collar, if it's the type that like just you tie in the back, make sure it's really tied because I've had the ribbon like I'm just walking around
Unravel.
and it just like it just slips out.
If you double knot
yeah.
it should be okay.
Yeah, but just
Yeah.
make sure it's like really tight.
I usually do wear ribbon just because I can adjust it, but recently my master gave me a clip, so maybe I should just wear the clip.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay.
Speaking of gear and stuff, do you guys have a favorite shop that you would like to?
Oh, I do. Little
Yeah.
Bee's Boutique is my favorite right now.
I actually have a collar from her. I'm not wearing it right now. Obviously, it's like the generic one that everybody has, but I love it. It's green and it's got crystals all over it. It's like it's so fancy. I can't wear it with anything because I don't like green.
I have a custom from her, and it is perfect. It is exactly like the way I wanted it, and it is the one that I got collared with, so I cherish it.
So yeah, your little cat. I can't.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's my default for like everything. I got it off of like Tumblr.
Goodness.
I know. Anyways, I love the kitten collection. She
Everyone is gonna hate my answer.
What?
Sorry, Zay, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Oh no, it's fine. I was just saying which I like. Wait, why would we hate your answer?
Yeah.
Because it's Kitten's playpen.
Oh.
I don't hate like they make good stuff.
Yeah, they make one.
That is so annoying.
I'm so impressed with them, and I've ordered from a lot of shops like Lunar Kitten, Kitten Couturier. I liked both of those, but like Kitten's Playpen, like, I can't tell you how many times I emailed them, guys. It was probably like 16, 17 different times, like, changes to my order. Can I please get my order sooner? What's going on with my order, guys? Can I have bows on my ears? Can I change the ear color? I moved, so I need to change my address. And then they took the initiative and were like, hey, you actually marked white ears on your order, but I noticed that you had a black tail. Did you mean to put black ears? And I was like, oh my God, yes.
Oh, wow, that
And
is really nice.
yeah, and then
Yeah.
I hadn't told them like my new address, and they caught it and they were like, hey, you told us that you moved and your second order doesn't have your new address on it. Did you need it to your new address? And I was like, oh my God, yes.
That's so
Or-
awesome.
Yeah, like they're amazing. And I know that not everybody has had that experience, but
I mean, they're only run by like what, like 3 people maybe, and like the amount of like income of like customs and things like that is crazy for like. So it'd be like kind of like duh that they might like miss someone or mess up somewhere because it's just that's a lot of work. That's like straight up a company. Like
Yeah.
yeah, the only thing is like I really wanted them to make me a custom raccoon set because like I don't know, I identify as that sometimes. Like sometimes I just get in my little mischievous mood and I really wanted a raccoon set and they were like, sorry, we can't like ever do customs like that, like ever. We're just too busy. And I was like, meh.
I've never seen a raccoon pet, but you'd think that'd be a better pet because some people are mischievous and very.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Raccoons are little tiny furry thieves.
Yeah.
one
I
of-
channeled the raccoon from Pokemon.
there's a lot of them. If you follow Pet Safe Place, they post a lot about a whole bunch of different like type of pets, and it's like
Pet
I didn't
Safe
even know
Place.
these things existed. What?
Pet Safe Place. I think that's the one that I shall not speak of. Yeah, that's the one I do not speak of.
Oh.
I don't want to bring up too much hate, but one of their admins once was a model for us. I think Lumi remembers. And she lied about some things or was not very honest about some things, and I had to remove her.
I don't remember that.
I said it in the Skype thing. She was there from the beginning.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
She just kind of lied about some things, and it made me very uncomfortable because at the time I just became the only owner of WonderlandSprites, so I was very scared and like not wanting people to stab me in the back. So I was just really paranoid about a lot of things, and she really set that off.
Another like, sorry, this is also like off topic again because it's changed, but another shop that I like is Mocha Bunny on Shop Envy.
Mocha Bunny?
Yeah.
The reason I brought up shops is because I would like, because we're talking about the kit and play community, this is the only time I have ever seen this, and I posted on WonderlandSprites about Furry Emporium. I thought we should mention this because it's a big part of it, how she wants to come back after what she did. And if people listening have not, or you guys haven't heard about what she did, she was extremely racist.
Wait, who?
Furry
Really?
Okay, Furry Emporium, I don't remember, Ouija Bunny, I think is her name?
Yeah.
Said something like she wanted a pair of ears, and someone recommended Furry Emporium, and she
Wait,
said
who was the racist one?
Furry Emporium. She
Okay.
said some commenter was like, "Hey, Furry Emporium has these pretty ears," and so she said, "No, I don't really like how their ears are. It's not the kind I want." And she took that as her being hate.
Okay, that's
And she
not
said-
hate, but
She said, "It's okay. I don't deal with black people anyway." And
I
Sick
did
of
not
shit.
even.
if you go to
Okay.
WonderlandSprites and scroll back down a little bit, you'll see the exact posts
Okay.
and their screenshots.
Oh, I will
And
flame
that's-
her until the end of time.
And
Yeah,
she
I was
said,
gonna buy
then-
from there.
Here's the worst thing. She blamed bipolarness on racism.
Oh, but that's
Okay.
not all Echo. She actually came for, Tatiana. She came for Tatiana in the most vicious Jerry Springer type of way and was like, "You copied my ear design. I am the person that came up with pierced cat ears." And Tatiana was like, "Bitch,"
Okay.
and pulled up an
I
email.
saw something about that, but I think it was like kind of blown over already, so I kind of missed everything. But I remember hearing about
I
it.
know there's a lot
Yeah.
of bickering between shops of you copy this and you copy that. That's fine. That's always going to happen. But being racist is not. It is 2015. Do not bring that shit here.
Yeah, I
I still
just
think
found
that
it.
they would like be at least a little bit professional.
And I thought it was a very Wonderland Sprites appropriate post because we were very a no hate zone. And I was very terrified to post it because I did lose at least 10 followers from that because they were following her. And after this, Furry Emporium blocked Wonderland Sprites. And I was like, cool, whatever, do you.
Do you, man?
I'm just at the point where, like, I'm very, very, very specific about what kind of ears I like. And Furry Emporium and Tatiana are the only shops that make the kind of ears that I want. And they're not like the realistic looking ones. They're like a more cartoony one, but they're just the correct shape for me.
Well,
And I don't want to support either of those shops. So I mean, I don't know. Should I buy from them anyway?
The person I got the ears and tail I just ordered, it's
Is
like,
it Chinchilla
little chinchilla.
or Floofy Floopers?
Yeah, her. I got my ears and tail from her.
Yeah, she makes cute ears.
Flippers.
she has made a Wonderland Sprites edition ears that they are very cute and they're very like they're white ears with like colorful specks coming off of them.
Yeah,
And
I
I've
saw
said
those.
this time and time again, if I was a kitten, those would be the ears I'd go after because I dye my hair a lot, so they would match any color.
Yeah, I just got black. I think she actually just posted a photo of it's boring. It's just black ears and black tail, but they are so pretty.
It's to the point where I followed her on my personal Facebook, and I've had my aunt be like, what's a kitten play? I'd be like,
No.
nothing. She's a close friend. I'm just supporting her.
There's
What's
another shop that makes really cute ears too. I just heard about her. Loli Lobita, I think that's her Instagram name.
I got my cheaper pair of ears from her.
How do you spell that?
Lilobita. I think maybe.
You spelled that too quickly.
Oops, sorry.
Oh.
Okay.
It's LOBILOBITA.
Okay. Thank you.
And like
Yeah.
the reason I started Wonderland Sprites or Sprites approved shops is because people would feel safe going to these shops, like they wouldn't get screwed over or have a bad customer service. And if anyone were go to these Sprites approved shops and have a bad experience, I'd hope they come to me so I can talk to the owner and be like, "Hey, you're approved. Act more professional."
Yeah.
Which I don't think a lot of the shops take it as serious as most do. Like they say it as a more of a promotional, not as a I should take my shop more serious. Because I've had approved shops. Like, I had a company that did t-shirt designs come to me. And I'm like...
Oh, that's cool.
I was
But
like...
I just, because at my school, I go to school for graphic design and we do t-shirts and logos and everything. And we have, like, we're in the middle of making it Instagram, but we've been nervous about that just because stuff like that, like, I don't know, like, bad stuff can happen, like,
I don't mind approving any kind of shop because I know there might be a vanilla or someone that's not into kitten play following us that would like a design t-shirt or something. And they never responded back. And I was like, oh, I guess they didn't, like, maybe they got too busy or whatever. But I still have the messages. It was like VIC Heroes Live, maybe.
That's cool.
And it was really cool. And, like, when I got in the magazine Gimme Ice Cream came to me, I was like, this is a scam. And then they're like, no, I have this website. And I noticed Effie Blue did them, and so did Tigger's Collars. And I was like, okay, this is legit. I'm really excited to do this. I don't want to be scammed. I'm scared of that.
No one wants to be scammed. No one does.
Because, like, that's when I tell you guys when I do model applications to have your profile public so I can go through it and see if you're a genuine person. Because I've had people apply and be really terrible people to their followers. And to anyone that hates them, like if they're like, oh, I prefer this, like if they ask a question, they're like, what kind of shop do you want me to go to? And they're like this, and they're like, oh, you want me to go to that shop? Fuck you, goodbye. It's like, what are you doing? I also want to, I don't know if people sign into 2 different Instagrams like I do.
I do.
Nah,
Okay.
I do not.
I have one for my personal and then my shop account, if anybody knew.
Oh, you have a shop?
Mm-hmm.
See, I didn't even know it
What
either.
is it?
When it's let me say it because I have it right
Sweet
here.
Feline Shop.
Yeah, it's she was approved. So if you go, if they were approved shop, I think it was last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, which a lot of people like. I've had people like, why are they videos? I'm like, cause the paws move.
I'm gonna spam you, so don't be surprised.
Oh,
Yeah.
There's this like really intense song
That
by Lil Scrappy, and it's like, put them paws on him, put them paws on him, and then like I've been wanting to like post it to Instagram for so long,
Do it.
but then
do it.
he continues on and is like, I'll put my paws on a Nigga, I'll put my paws on a
no.
bitch, and I was like,
I'm pretty sure you can find a censored version.
Just like, no, just like crop that out, like that part of the song. That tail is amazing, and I want it.
I'm wearing it right now.
What are we
It's
talking
so cute.
about?
Do what, Lummy?
I want to
Oh.
see the tail.
Go Sweet Feline Shop. She is that tail.
It's my
is
baby.
life.
It's not real fur, is it?
No, it's yarn.
What?
Oh, that's why it's so fluffy.
Oh, I don't like. If anyone has like real fur, I'm like, no, do not.
Which is why I like yarn tails, because I like the look of the real tails, but I don't want to have a dead.
Oh, there
piece
is.
of,
It's
like,
on here. I
skin.
should buy it.
I've seen a few shops that are like they work with like real fox fur for people, and I wanted to throw up in my mouth. Oh, it was Tatiana that worked with real fox fur, and I was like, how could you?
Here's my thought on that. If you're becoming a pet, why would you want to kill another pet? Because
What if it was already dead though?
I'm not vegan, but I don't condone hunting foxes or deers or I don't condone hunting whatsoever because I live in the South, so I see deers on roofs of cars every day, and
All the time.
it terrifies me, and I get sad, and I have to literally cry in my car. It is the worst, and I'm trying more to be vegan, but
Me too.
I have cruelty-free hair dye, makeup, and I'm leaning more towards like other kind of products around the house.
Yeah, and I mean, I can recommend a ton to you. Like, I tried vegan butter, and it tastes the exact same. Like, I can't tell the difference.
Really good too.
What'd you say?
Coconut oil tastes really good too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know it probably tastes good because when I use coconut oil on my hair, my cat lick it.
That's cute.
That's precious.
My cat likes sweet things too. It's kind of weird, even though they like only like salty things normally. Like
My cat loves
like
coffee.
cheese.
When my husband brings me home coffee from his work, she likes to stick her mouth in like the little coffee hole and sniff, and then make like any cat owner knows the face where they half open their mouth and they like and they do that. Like
Or the one where they forget to like put their tongue back in their mouth, so kind of like.
yeah, like we call it the face because she only does it to feet, armpits, and my husband. Like she makes the face to my husband, and it's hilarious.
I can't remember what my cat did it to, but I remember seeing him do that face once, and I literally just like started like busting up laughing, and I ended up like falling on the floor because like he like sniffed somebody like he sniffed my brother's foot, which isn't exactly like the nicest smelling thing.
The reason they do that is, I think, like, probably people will correct me, but if I'm right, they have, like, sensors on the top of their mouth, and they do that so they can smell it. And it's overwhelming because it's smelly, so they're like, oh my god. I had a cat that would stick his head into my dad's work shoe, get a big sniff, and then pass out like he was smoking weed. It was hilarious. And like when I know Pixie is 420 friendly, and so am I. Like I prefer weeds over like cigarettes and things like that because of cancer.
Mhm.
And it makes me think of the face. Like I hope she makes the face when she's smoking, because like it's just how I think. I was gonna do a part 2 to this podcast, but I don't think there's any more people being involved at 5 a.m. in the morning, so I guess.
Uh,
Well, because I'm up at 9 p.m. to 7 a.m., so that's why I asked for a 5 a.m. for people that lived overseas or had different schedules than I did. But I guess not. And the only question we have from the last podcast is from you, Taylor, which I think we've all done it. We've talked about the well, how did you get into pet play?
Yeah.
When did you start buying gear? Do you wear them outside, in the house? Did you get judged?
See, when, like, I first, like, seen, like, I was in, like, I didn't first start, like, to get into kitten play and pet play when I was in 5th grade, but in 5th grade, my old best friend, she always wore a tail around, and I thought that was cool. So, like, a year later, someone bought me a tail. Another one of my friends had bought me a tail, and I started to wear it. And I'd get people, like, staring at school. And this was because now I wear a uniform, but I didn't used to, so I could wear it around school. And people asking, and I was like, oh, it's just because I like it and everything. And then, like, years and years and years later, like, 7th grade, I just started saying I was a wolf. And that noise is back. No, go away. I cannot. It's killing me.
I don't
Okay.
hear anything.
Back. Okay. Yeah, I just started to say I was a wolf because the tail was fluffy and like the same color like a wolf would be, and then like maybe 9th grade is when I started to see stuff on Instagram or Tumblr about it. So I started to do research about it and everything, and I was like, maybe this could be a thing. Or I get a lot like I see a lot of people make videos like maybe you're not into that, maybe you're into like maybe you're Therian and da 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 da. And I'm like, sometimes people can be both, or they can say they're both, but like yeah. And
We used to have a Thessarian pet, but he left.
oh,
He
it was a boy. That's cool.
yeah, and he left to be a model for someone else.
Oh,
I was like, you could be for both if you want, because we have a lot of people that are like that. A lot of people are
Yeah.
darlings or whatever, and I was like, you don't have to be excluded to WonderlandSprites. I don't make people do that.
mm-hmm.
And I guess the other place was making him more of a top model instead of just a day model, so he didn't like
Yeah.
that. Which a lot of people don't like how I do like the days, and it's because like if I had it every day, either the models would get tired or I would be stressed.
Mm-hmm.
Which I know the names are really lame, like Twisted Tuesday and Wicked Wednesdays, because I like them to be like TTWW.
I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say
My bad.
No, it's
I can help
okay.
you come up with stuff. I'm really good at stuff like that.
Like the double letters.
Yeah, I could think of something that's like, I don't know.
I look up descriptive word that starts with whatever letter I'm looking at, and I go through the list, and I'm like Twisted Tuesday, I don't really like the sound of it, but it's the only word I could find. So, like, if you have any ideas on that, tell me, because
Does anybody play Animal Crossing New Leaf?
I have
No,
a
I
bad
don't.
confession. I had
I do.
City Folks, and I had to return it because I couldn't get into it. Maybe because it was on the Wii, and the Wii fucking remote is annoying as all hell.
Yep.
And I was like, to click a flower, I have to double click and do all this shit. I'm done.
Yeah, I have New Leaf. New Leaf is fun.
Who said they have it?
I do.
Saya, Emmy.
gosh, I haven't played it in so long. I can just imagine the weeds, but I love that game. I love that game.
The game I've got Super Mario Maker yesterday,
Oh
day
my
before yesterday,
gosh.
and then I got Earthbound from the Wii U store. I know that's like a super old school game, but it looks like Animal Crossing, like it's that cute kind of character. But it's
Oh,
more
okay.
of like an adventure game. Like you don't have to take care of nobody, you just get to go around. I guess that was my least favorite thing about Animal Crossing is because the whiny villagers. I'm like, oh my
They
god,
are.
go
But you
find
can,
your own damn keys.
but you can
Jesus,
make them say inappropriate things.
you
Like,
can.
yeah, well, they'll ask you, like, oh, what's a new saying I can say to people?
Oh yeah, he was
Uh,
like, hey, can you come up with a slang we can use to each other? So I was like,
yes.
what up, bomb diggity? And now he says, what up, bomb diggity? I was gonna be really mean and be like, what's up, bitches? But I didn't want to
Yeah.
get banned from Animal Crossing because I didn't know if I had a curse word, kind of.
Oh, then you just use, like,
When they would like ban you for like 2 days.
oh my gosh. No, like, I just use, like, they have, like, the whole accents, like, the foreign language keyboard,
Oh, okay.
but there's so many ways you can go around it.
And also the little cat that greets you when you log in. Like, if you go on twice a day, he's like, huh, you've been here twice a day. You must have nothing else to do. And you kind of feel offended. You're like, God damn, I just wanted to help you guys.
You talking shit?
Seriously.
Taylor on our Wicked Wednesdays.
What?
What?
I can't find your profile from our Wicked Wednesdays.
No, Liz and Taylor are both guests.
Oh.
She is an approved shop, and then Taylor is just like a avid
Weird.
follower. Like, I see her a lot.
Wait, Liz has a shop? What?
We just,
They just talked about it.
Oh,
I'll type it in.
it's late.
I think that's how you spell it.
Yeah.
Feline shop.
It's approved too. Which when she said, "Oh, my personal is Man Bear Kitten," I was like, "I remember you from the beginning of WonderlandSprites. You had cat's pajamas, and like you're actually one of the people that made me want bangs. Like I used to stalk people with bangs. Like I don't want to tell. I think how you pronounce it is him kitten,
I think it's a
himmy. I don't
Himmy?
know.
I think
When I
it's a-
went to the salon, I had screenshotted a picture of her and was like, "I want this." I don't want to tell her that, but she listens to the podcast. I'm sorry if I'm a stalker. It's just like she had the perfect bang cut, but I don't like going to salons. I think I told Alex how she made me feel. Like she literally made me feel like I was bleaching my hair and like taking a bleach bath. She was like, "You do terrible things to your hair," and then she would not talk to me. She'd talk to my husband as though I was a child.
You need to take better care of your girlfriend's hair.
That was. He's like, "You need to take care of your wife. Needs to do this, this, and that." And I'm like, "Hello, I'm here."
I
Talk
don't
to
know.
me.
I would have popped the fuck off on someone. Maybe I'm just really confrontational.
I'm really terrible about telling people how I feel. That's why I love Taylor because he like sees my expression and he's like, "Okay, shut the fuck up." Because like he was like, "Oh, her hair really has a lot of dead ends," and he goes, "I think her hair is beautiful." Okay. And I was like, "Oh, thank you."
I came to get a service from you, not a lecture.
We even tipped the bitch, so
This is not hair church.
because I like when I go to a salon or I go to a restaurant, I always tip the waitress or whatever because I know they have a job. This is their job. They do an amazing job. Whatever. I'm gonna tip you like $5, $10. I'm not gonna be that $1.25 people. Because like I used to work a drive-thru that you could get tips and people would tip me the rest of their change, and I'm like, fuck you. Don't even be like, because they'd be like, oh, because it says on the window, tips can be given to the or to the cashier, and they're like, oh, you can get a tip, 26 cents, here you go, and I'm like, I would have honestly preferred if you not gave me your change. It's just kind of downgrading in a little bit of a way, because it's like, you just didn't want to put this in your goddamn cup holder, thanks.
I do that like with places where I walk up and I order, like if they give me change, I just throw it in their little jar.
I do that at our Subway has a tip jar, and like every time we go in, we do. If we don't have change, like whatever change is in the car, like is normally up to like $2, we'll do that because like we know the Subway people, and because my husband's sandwich takes like 10 minutes to make, they deserve a tip. He is the most complicated sandwich maker.
I love people who are complicated with their Subway orders. Like, they fascinate me.
Well, he used to work there for like 9 years, so
Because, like, I walk in and I order, like, a roast beef with, like, 3 toppings on it. And I pay the same price as somebody who walks in and gets a roast beef with 18 toppings on it. Like,
they
you
know how to
go,
work
like,
the
Coco.
system. You know how to work the damn system.
Yeah, you don't have to pay extra to smush all that in there. You go, Glen Coco.
Well, I used to just get like cheese, bacon, and that's it. And then I was like, oh, I'll get spinach, and I'll get pickles, and I'll get mustard and ranch. And then I got more and more and more. But I won't do tomatoes. Tomatoes are gross.
I
I
get
like
it.
tomatoes.
The texture freaks me out. It's like an eyeball. I don't
It
know.
is.
Echo.
It is.
Echo, yes. It's still spinning.
Oh,
I used to, okay, my sister's used to, her favorite Disney movie used to be Aristocats, so I used to watch it all the goddamn time. I preferred Toulouse. Toulouse was my favorite because of that noise.
Yeah, oh my God.
I'm an alley cat, or whatever he says.
I used to do that to my kittens when they were younger, like to make them mad. I'd be like, you want to fight? And I'd make the noise. I can't do it now.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, sometimes I get really mad at Disney for, like, not representing the characters that are, like, like, Stitch gets all the love, but what about Lilo? What about Nani?
My least favorite thing about Disney, if we're going to go on the Disney rant again, is their body types. Oh my god. Having one Nani is not enough to have a different rainbow. Like, come on. Like, there was this picture that did Rapunzel over Elsa's face, over Anna's face, and, like, they were the exact same face. And I was like, Disney, you've done so many amazing things in an animation. Change it the fuck up.
Moana's coming, and I'm
Oh my god, I'm
excited.
so excited because of The Rock. I love him. I adore him. He's like a little tiny angel.
Wait, what? What's coming out?
It's called Moana, and it's about like this a Hawaiian female that like has a body structure of Nani, but it's like different, and she looks like a woman.
They cast people of color for
And
the
they-
roles
Yeah.
of people of color. It was a Hawaiian girl for Moana, and The Rock, I don't know, he's not white.
He's Hawaiian, I think.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
He's just like he's gotten whiter over the years. Like I think he's like half Hawaiian or something. He talks about his mom a lot, which I think his mom's
He looks
Hawaiian.
Samoan, yeah.
Dwayne
So-
Johnson, that's his name.
Yeah, I love Rock because of he's just a sweetheart. Like if when on the set of Hercules there was a little girl there and she's getting scared of like all the like scary men and he was like coloring with her and singing with her and like making her feel comfortable and I was like, that's adorable. Like Vin Diesel. Like I don't have a crush on Vin Diesel, but I find him charming and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
And how he did all of his lines, I am Groot, in different languages just so everyone could get the same experience. Like, that's really sweet. Even though he only says one line. Or technically two, if you count We Are Groot. But I don't.
I haven't seen it yet.
What? How have you not seen it?
Really good.
Laziness mostly.
Oh my god. You'll love it. Like, I thought I would hate it. Or, like, not enjoy it as much. But I preferred it. I preferred it more than Avengers.
Definitely.
Because it was
Kind
just...
of because of Chris Pratt, too, just a little
Oh,
bit.
wow.
Chris
Yeah.
Pratt is so charming. Like, I loved him in Parks and Recreation. He is Andy all the way. Like, I thought that was a character, but no, that is him. That is him.
I just went to go see Jurassic World the other day, and he was in it, too.
Yep.
And he was my favorite character in that one.
I know Jurassic World gets a lot of hate, but I
I
love
loved it.
It was really good.
The only thing I do not like is the woman character. She wore heels the whole entire time, and I'm
Yeah.
like, either you go, girl, or that is fake as shit. And also, like, the raptors are my life. Like, one of them is named Echo, so I was like, my baby. And my husband he plays World of Warcraft, and he got raptors, and he named them after them in the movie.
Oh,
Oh.
So, like, he is straight up nerd.
I thought they were really cute because they were just like super way more terrifying like dogs, pretty much.
Yeah.
And they really made the dinosaurs seem more like not CGI. They gave them personalities, and they talked about them as animals. Like in the other Jurassic parks, they were more like terrifying monsters. In this one, they're more like just living creatures.
Mm-hmm.
And I preferred that a lot. But we rants about movie theaters. Do not bring your fucking child to a movie theater.
No.
Yeah.
Especially if they're like still in the little like carrier, it's just like no.
We went to one that had the tables in front of you because you could order food, and she had put her baby carrier in front of that, and the thing cried the whole entire time.
The thing.
It was not a baby, it's lungs, so.
The creature.
And like people are like, it's clearly in pain. You need to go take
Yeah.
care of it. And she was just eating popcorn like nothing was happening.
Oh.
It was so like I felt bad for the baby, but I also felt bad for everyone else in the room. Like, why would you do that? I didn't have a lot of questions to this thing because I didn't know what to ask, and I knew we would cover a lot of it. And then not a lot of people ask questions because I guess no one really. I guess since there's only one admin, people don't really see me as approachable. I don't know. I try my best. I really do. And when people would realize that I'm not intimidating or like, because I put owner of it because I'm not an admin. I technically own the place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess if you put owner in it, it sounds really terrifying besides admin. Which I wish, like, what is that place? The other one.
Or Perfect Palace.
Yeah, I think it's Perfect Palace. They have, like, a lot of admins, and I really like that place, and I really wanted to get more admins, but it's a lot of work to have a lot more a lot more admins because you have to trust someone to not do something bad to the place. And
Yeah.
we've been deleted twice. I don't want to start over again. I don't wanna.
Yeah, I think if you were to get another one, you would have to be like super, super close with them and know like what kind of things they would like post about and whatnot.
Which I would take, like, I'm saying this now for anybody that would like to apply to be an admin. I take care of the approved shops, the Sprite Saturdays, the model pictures. All you have to do is do a topic of a day or something like that. Like, have a day.
Like to do that.
Because I would love to have some more, like a pet as an admin because I know I'm not a vanilla, hell, I wouldn't call myself a vanilla, I would call myself more of a submissive person because no one has talked to my husband, but I'm more submissive and he is definitely more dominant than me. Sexually and just in life. Like, his mother thinks he's abusive to me because, like, because he'll be like, hey, babe, can you get me this? And I don't question it. I'm just like, okay, whatever. And, like, I'll rub his back, and, like, I'm more submissive towards him. And his mother brought me to the side and was like, is Taylor hurting you? I was like, no. I just prefer if he's happy. That sounds like he abuses me. Oh, my God.
No, it's just you like to enjoy like doing things. Like it makes you happy to like see your person happy.
I'm very like that. Like, I wouldn't say motherly, but, like, when his friends were over playing League of Legends and they were all in their zones, I was cleaning up, like, their snacks and stuff, and they're like, you're not a slave. And I'm like, it's okay. I'm fine.
Yeah, pick it up after anyways.
Because I know they won't do it right. Like, goddamn.
Yep.
Yeah.
Which, speaking of League, I'm trying.
I was gonna ask you to play.
I would love to play. Don't get mad at me. But I would love to play. Like, I played, he bought me Gnar, and Gnar is so cute. Or is it Gnar? It might be Gnar. And I love Kindred. Kindred is, like, she reminds me of Studio Ghibli, and it's beautiful. Like, my husband knows I love Studio Ghibli, so he was like, I'm gonna buy this for you, so you gotta play.
Who else was it that plays League? Because I know we had some other kittens that were into it.
Red, My Dear Serenity, and I want to say some other people. Crap. Callie, Kitten Noir. She actually streams a lot of her playing. And I would love to do that, I would love to record us playing League for our YouTube. Because I know me and Rin do a lot of gaming channels, but if you guys want to do makeup tutorials, if you guys want to do videos if you review a Sprite-approved shop, I will post it to our YouTube. If you guys want to do a makeup tutorial or some kind of kitten plaything or anything, and you just want to send it to me, I will post it. It doesn't have to be mandatory or themed with our Halloween stuff. It doesn't have to. Like, I was going to do a Halloween video, but I can't decide. I was going to do a carving, but then I had a terrifying experience picking out a pumpkin. We went to,
That's what I can do.
At the store near our house, they're doing this little, if you guess the weight of the pumpkin, it's huge. It's like this big. And if you guess the weight right, you get to take the pumpkin home.
I'm actually really good at those. But I'd have to see it.
I didn't take a picture of it, but they're supposed to, like, announce it, like...
That's actually a really cute idea, but also it kind of scares me because if it's been out there for long, it's going to get rot. Like, it's going to be gross.
Now, I think he's only been there for, like, a couple, like,
Yeah.
week and a half. I think they're okay as long as you don't, like, cut them open, because they kind of just sit there.
Well, I love carving pumpkins. I've only done it. This is my second year doing them, but we went to pick out pumpkins a week ago or two, and this dude, if you've been to a Walmart, they have them out, like, beside their doors in, like, the giant cardboard boxes. This dude came out from beside the vending machine and was like, "Have you heard about our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ?" I was like, "I'm sorry, sir. I'm an atheist. I appreciate your religion, and I find it beautiful, but no thank you." And he was like, "Okay," and then he creeped back into the shadow, and I was like, "That's a Jesus drug dealer."
Oh.
And and my husband was like picking out a big pumpkin, and I was like, "Can we just go? I don't want to pick out pumpkins now." He's just staring at us, and he was staring at us like we were Satan, which I get a lot of because of my hair. And when I say I'm an atheist, people are like, "Oh, you're a God hater." No, I find religion beautiful. It's a thing that's really nice for people to find a connection. I just don't find that connection because I've seen a lot of hate in relations. And plus, I live in the South.
Scary.
Your religion is scary?
No, I said I find religion scary because, Donald Trump.
If he gets elected as president, can I move away to Canada?
Canada's doing pretty bad in their, like, election
But
thing.
it's better than Donald Trump.
And you can't go south right now because Mexico's got a real bad hurricane rolling in. It's terrifying.
That and the cartel and everything else that's down there.
You know what? I'll move to Australia. That seems like a nice place.
Minx is from Australia.
Okay, let's go.
Like, I'm terrified. I don't want Hillary Clinton either because me and my husband got into politics one day. He was like, "But she's for gay rights." And I was like, No. She jumped on the bandwagon to get more votes.
But so did Obama. Obama used to be against gay marriage, and then he changed his mind.
I just don't like those people that make, like, a marriage is for a man and woman, but then when it becomes popular, they're like, "Oh, gay rights, yay." No, you said this before. Unless you have a change of heart, like, "You know what? I was stupid. I was wrong." She didn't say that. She was like, "Finally, it happened." And I was like,
But as somebody who's gay, I'd rather them get on the bandwagon for the wrong reason than stay on the wrong side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'd rather them do it for shitty reasons than not do it at all because maybe in their shitty reasoning they'll find
The real reason, like, why they support it.
Yeah.
I've never, like, my family, well, my immediate family, like my dad and my stepmom, are very open to that. Like, they've told when my sister turned 4, they started talking to her about this. They're like, "If you like a girl, that's fine. You can date a boy, you can date a girl, you can date someone that doesn't have a gender. I don't care. But if they're abusive to you, you're not allowed to date them." And that was their understanding. So my little sister thinks that having a girlfriend is okay. But she thinks girlfriend means best friend. So I'm her girlfriend. And she'll tell people, "My girlfriend is my sister." And we have to be like, No, we live in Alabama, but no. Which, living in the South,
Oh dear.
I lived in, it is called Victoria, Alabama, which is a gas station, a red light, and a barbecue place, and a school. That was it. So I knew that gays didn't get a lot of love. Like when I went to school there, I had a very short haircut, like shaved back and then just the bangs. People thought I was a lesbian. And I didn't correct them because I didn't care. Like being a lesbian wasn't a bad thing. Like I'm not gonna be like, ew, gross. I was like, whatever. Until one of the girls tried to kiss me and pushed me up against a wall, and I was like, you know what? I'm straight. Let's not. She was like, turn straight a lesbian day. I was like, let's not make that a holiday where you violate someone's personal space.
You guys, I gotta go, but like, just stop talking so I can still like talk to you guys through the chat or like personal chat, but
We might have to. I don't know how long we've been recording, which I'll probably crop out like this part right here where we're not talking about anything important.
oh,
We have been recording for an hour and 45 minutes, which is pretty good for a podcast. The reason I wanted to do a podcast is because a podcast you really get personal and you start opening up and talking more and more and more. So it's always a good idea.
all right.
So
Well, yeah, I gotta go, but I'll talk to probably Lumi.
Bye.
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 And I guess we can end the podcast here. If you guys still want to Skype, that's fine. But I guess the podcast has been running for quite some time. Thank you guys for tuning in to the WonderlandSprites podcast, episode 2. And if you'd like to join our podcast next time, please go to the Instagram and find that post and send me the information. Please have a recommendation from a model. I do this because I don't want some random stranger ruining the podcast with either inappropriate sayings or such. It's just for my protection and the model's protections and the listener's protection. And I guess leave your questions down below or comments. And goodbye, guys.
Bye.
I need to press the button.